Imagine paying less for a flight than you would for a bus ticket. You are flying 35,000 feet above the ground, inside a plane worth millions, operated by highly trained pilots, with engines and systems checked daily. Yet the ticket price feels almost impossible. How is this possible? How do airlines survive when flights cost so little? The answer is not luck. It is not generosity. It is strategy. A carefully designed system that fills planes and makes billions in revenue. In this video, we will reveal the secret pricing strategy behind airline tickets and explain why some flights are shockingly cheap. Part 1. How airlines price. Tickets. Airlines do not price tickets by distance. They do not price tickets by comfort. They do not base it on fuel alone. They price tickets based on demand. Every flight is divided into price levels. These are called fare buckets. Some seats are cheap. Some seats are expensive. Physically, they are the same seat. The cheapest seats are released first, sometimes far below the real cost, sometimes at a loss. Why would an airline do this? Because an empty seat earns nothing. Once the aircraft door closes, any empty seat becomes lost revenue forever. A cheap seat is better than no seat at all. This is why airlines focus on one key number: load factor. Load factor measures how full the aircraft is. A full aircraft with lower ticket prices can be more profitable than a mostly empty aircraft with high ticket prices. This is the foundation of airline pricing strategy. When ticket sales first open, prices are low. Airlines want early bookings. They want commitment. They want momentum. Selling cheap tickets early has another benefit. It builds confidence for travelers. It encourages people to choose that airline again. It signals that seats are available. It creates buzz and attention online. As seats sell, prices begin to rise. Not because the flight improved, not because costs increased, but because demand increased. This is why ticket prices change so often, sometimes daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes while you are still searching. Nothing about this is random. Airlines use automated revenue management systems, not humans. These systems track everything: time before departure, search frequency, booking speed, seat availability, historical passenger data. They calculate the exact price each passenger should pay. You are not buying a seat. You are buying timing. Two passengers sitting side by side on the same flight can pay very different prices. This is completely normal. Cheap tickets also serve another purpose. They attract attention. They create urgency. They start conversations. They get people talking about the airline. A low price makes people click. It makes people book. It builds trust. It encourages them to plan further trips. Once you enter the system, the airline has more opportunities. It can sell additional services, upgrades, and add-ons. Baggage fees, priority seating, in-flight meals, and other purchases add significant revenue. But the cheap ticket is only the entry point. This is why flash sales exist. This is why prices drop late at night. This is why waiting can be risky. Airlines calculate every move. Nothing is accidental. Cheap tickets are not generosity. They are strategy. They are calculated. They are intentional. They are temporary. By filling planes early, airlines ensure maximum occupancy, predictable revenue, opportunity to upsell passengers, stronger loyalty, and repeat business. This is the reason you often see unbelievable flight deals online. It is all part of a carefully designed system. So the next time you see a very cheap ticket, remember this: it is not luck. It is not kindness. It is strategy. Part 2. Dynamic Pricing and Demand. Once airlines understand load factor, the next step is dynamic pricing. Ticket prices are not fixed. They change constantly, sometimes hourly, sometimes several times a day. This is controlled by advanced revenue management systems. These systems use algorithms. They predict demand. They calculate how much each passenger is willing to pay. Airlines collect massive amounts of data. How many people are searching for a flight? When they are searching, how fast they book. Which routes are most popular? The system uses this data to set prices. If a flight is filling faster than expected, prices automatically rise. If demand is lower, prices drop. This is why two people on the same flight can pay very different prices, even when they book minutes apart. Dynamic pricing also considers other factors: seasonality, holidays, competing airlines, local events, flight duration. Aircraft-type airlines constantly adjust prices to maximize revenue per available seat. This is why last-minute deals sometimes exist. Planes don't fly empty if there is still time to sell seats, but waiting too long can also be risky. If the flight is full, prices may skyrocket. Airlines also use psychology in pricing. Ending a price with 9 or 99, for example, makes a ticket feel cheaper than it really is. Limited time offers create urgency. Seeing only 3 seats left at this price pushes people to book faster. Another tool is fare buckets. Cheap seats sell first, but there are fewer of them. As demand increases, the system moves passengers into higher-priced buckets. Even if the plane is mostly full, late bookers pay significantly more. Dynamic pricing is not random. It's carefully calculated to fill planes efficiently, maximize revenue balance supply and demand, encourage early booking. Airlines also track historical patterns. They know which routes fill fastest. They know how much travelers are willing to pay at different times. This data is used for months, even years, to predict future pricing. Timing is crucial. Booking too early sometimes costs more. Booking too late often costs more. The system finds the exact price point where revenue is highest. Passengers often think, "I'll wait for a sale." But sales are part of the strategy. They fill empty seats quickly. They generate buzz and attract attention. They encourage repeat bookings. Dynamic pricing also includes ancillary revenue. Airlines can charge for extras: checked bags, seat selection, priority boarding Wi-Fi, and meals. Even a cheap ticket can be profitable when passengers purchase add-ons. So, cheap tickets are just the start. The real revenue comes from timing, demand, and extra services. Airlines design everything to maximize earnings while keeping flights full. This is why flights on the same route, same day, can vary widely in price. Understanding dynamic pricing helps you see why booking strategies matter, why checking flights at different times or days can save money. It also explains why airlines can offer deals without losing money. They know exactly how much each ticket is worth and how to fill every seat efficiently. In short, dynamic pricing is the secret engine behind cheap tickets. It balances demand, revenue, and passenger behavior. It ensures that every plane leaves the gate as full as possible, and every airline earns the most it can. Part 3. Strategy behind cheap tickets. Cheap tickets are never accidental. They are part of a carefully planned strategy. Airlines sell some tickets below cost. This may seem strange. How can a billion-dollar airline afford to do this? The answer is, profit comes later. A low ticket price attracts attention. It brings passengers into the system. Once booked, airlines can earn from checked baggage fees, seat selection, priority boarding meals, and in-flight services, credit card and loyalty program partnerships. This strategy is called the loss leader approach. The cheap ticket is the hook. The extras are where the airline makes real money. Selling cheap tickets also creates urgency and trust. When travelers see a low price, they act fast. This fills seats quickly and builds confidence in the airline. It encourages repeat bookings. It encourages word-of-mouth promotion. Flash sales are another tactic. Airlines sometimes release limited-time deals. These generate buzz. They create a sense of scarcity. Only a few seats left at this price. This pushes passengers to book immediately. Cheap tickets also allow airlines to control demand. By offering low fares on slower routes or off-peak times, airlines can ensure more consistent occupancy. It's not generosity. It's a tool to maximize efficiency. Airlines also segment passengers by willingness to pay. Business travelers often book last minute. They usually pay higher fares. Leisure travelers book early. They often get cheaper tickets. This segmentation is intentional. It allows airlines to capture revenue from different customer types without losing money. Marketing plays a role too. Cheap tickets create visibility online. They make the airline seem affordable. They encourage people to compare, search, and choose. Even if passengers don't book the cheap ticket, seeing it influences their perception. The system is designed to fill planes efficiently while protecting revenue. Algorithms constantly balance cheap and expensive seats. They ensure maximum occupancy, maximum revenue, opportunities for upselling customer loyalty and trust. Even in cases where a flight appears nearly full, airlines know exactly how many passengers will cancel, change plans, or no-show. This allows them to overbook strategically. The goal is never to lose money on empty seats. Timing is everything. Cheap tickets are usually released early. They sell out fast. Later bookings face higher prices. This creates natural pressure to book early. Passengers often ask, "Why is my ticket so expensive?" The answer lies in strategy, timing, and demand. Airlines are constantly monitoring flight occupancy, competitor pricing, seasonal demand, local events, historical trends. This is why some flights are shockingly cheap, while others cost hundreds of dollars more. Understanding this strategy gives you insight into how airlines fill planes, maximize revenue offer, deals without losing money, manage customer behavior. Cheap tickets are a tool, a calculated, temporary tool. They attract attention, build trust, and create opportunities. Every low fare you see has a purpose. It is part of a system designed to keep planes full and airlines profitable. So the next time you find an unbelievably cheap ticket, remember, this is not luck. It is strategy, timing, and careful calculation. Part 4. The Big Picture and Passenger Tips. Cheap tickets are only one piece of the airline revenue puzzle. Airlines operate on thin margins. Every flight is carefully calculated to maximize occupancy and profit. Filling every seat efficiently is more important than charging high prices for a few tickets. This is why planes are never sold out randomly. Every fare, every seat, every booking has a purpose. Airlines constantly adjust pricing to balance demand and supply. Timing is crucial. Booking too early can sometimes cost more. Booking too late often costs more. The system determines the exact price that maximizes revenue for each seat. Dynamic pricing ensures planes are full at all times. It also allows airlines to generate ancillary revenue. Even a cheap ticket can be profitable when passengers purchase checked baggage seat upgrades, priority boarding Wi-Fi or in-flight meals. Airlines also consider passenger behavior. Leisure travelers often book early to save money. Business travelers often book late and pay higher prices. The system segments customers to capture revenue from each type. Cheap tickets create trust and visibility. They encourage passengers to explore routes. They make the airline appear affordable and attractive. Even if passengers don't book the cheapest ticket, the perception influences future choices. Overbooking is another strategic element. Airlines know exactly how many passengers will cancel or no-show. This allows them to sell more tickets than available seats while minimizing risk. It ensures planes depart full and profitable. Passengers can also use these insights to their advantage. Checking flights at different times or days can save money. Watching for flash sales, off-peak routes, and early releases increases the chance of securing cheap tickets. Understanding the strategy behind ticket pricing gives travelers a better perspective. Not all low fares are mistakes. Not all high fares are unreasonable. Timing, demand, and system calculations determine price. Every cheap ticket you see is part of a carefully designed system. It attracts attention. It fills planes. It generates ancillary revenue. It builds loyalty. Airlines are constantly analyzing flight occupancy, competitor pricing, seasonal patterns, local events, historical trends. This ensures maximum efficiency and profitability. So the next time you see a flight deal, remember this. Cheap tickets are not luck. They are not generosity. They are strategy. They are temporary. They are calculated to ensure planes are full and airlines thrive. Knowing this also empowers you as a passenger. By understanding patterns, timing, and behavior, you can find the best fares without waiting blindly. Airline ticket pricing is complex, but the logic is simple. Full planes equals maximum revenue equals profitable airlines. Every discount, every flash sale, every cheap fare has a reason. It is all part of a dynamic, calculated system designed to fill seats efficiently and keep airlines in business. The next time you book a flight, remember, you are seeing the result of strategy, calculation, and timing. And if you plan wisely, you can benefit too. Airline ticket pricing may seem confusing at first, but it follows a clear, calculated strategy. Cheap tickets are not luck. They are not generosity. They are part of a system designed to fill planes efficiently, maximize revenue, balance demand and supply, encourage early bookings, build trust and loyalty. Dynamic pricing, fare buckets, and timing all work together to ensure planes depart full and airlines remain profitable. Understanding these strategies empowers you as a passenger. You can book smarter, save money, and make better decisions. So the next time you see an unbelievably cheap flight, remember, it is not a mistake. It is not luck. It is strategy. A carefully calculated plan designed to fill every seat and maximize airline revenue. Airline ticket pricing may be complex, but knowing the system allows you to benefit from it. Fly smart, book wisely, and now you understand the secrets behind why airline tickets can be shockingly cheap. This is Aviation Guide, helping you navigate the skies with clarity.